Can you believe that 2025 is a wrap? To wrap up 2025, I decided to participate with my friends Red Lady Crafting and Our Gray House in the best 5 of 2025. So when you're done watching my video, go down in the description box and the pinned comment, find the playlist, and check out everyone's best 5 of 2025. Now let's get in to the best 5 projects of this year. DIY, we're gonna take these little bunny butts that I got at Dollar Tree. They have blue and pink ones. This is a super easy DIY, but all we're gonna do is take 3 of each color, and we're going to take some wooden circles. These also came from Dollar Tree, and I'm using hot glue, and I'm just going to glue them to the back of the bunny butts. We are making napkin rings. Now, I thought that a lot of the items in the spring area could be made into napkin rings. I don't know if napkin rings were on my mind, but a lot of the items just said napkin ring to me, but here they are. I think they're super adorable. Let me know what you guys think about these.
Just like me, a little bit scared of heights. Why does the rain always keep on pouring down when it's gray outside?
So we're going to be using this Barbie book, and this is going to be a notebook, and I saw so many different versions of the notebook, and I went with just a simpler version of items that you could find everywhere, but we're going to be making this Barbie book into a super cute notebook. First off, we're going to take our book and we're just going to take the covers off. So we're just going to kind of tear that off. If you can see, this has a staple in it, so it's just going to come off pretty easily. We aren't going to be saving the spine for this one. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to measure our little golden book, because we want our pages from our scrapbooking paper to match this. And these are a little bit bigger than the book. So we're going to measure this, and then we're going to make sure these fit here along with our other paper that we're going to add. So our cover is about 6 inches about 8, so 6 by 8. So we're going to take our scrapbook papers and we're going to measure them here, our inches up here, and so we said 6 by 8. So we're going to come in here and do 8 inches, measuring here. And do 6, which should give us 2 of the same, because these are 12 by 12s. So we should have 2. So we're going to take our ruler and we're going to measure, and I'm going to mark at the 2 inches, and I'm going to mark at the 6 inches. And if you're wondering why I chose 2 and 6, it's because we'll have 2 inches up here and then we'll have 2 inches down here. Now I'm going to be using these rings to add all of my papers on. I found these at Hobby Lobby, but you're going to want to have the ones that open up like that so that you can add things to them, and then we're going to be able to close them up. Okay, so we're going to measure here. We're going to have to measure all of our papers and our back cover as well, but we could also add to it as we are like measuring. Now I'm going to use my crocodile again, and I'm going to be using this hole right here, this kind of bigger hole, and I'm going to go in. So that's where it would be. I'm going to go ahead and go in maybe about half, so you can move these so that it won't go all the way down. And we're going to go to about a half of that. Okay, and then let's see where that puts it on our cover. Yeah, so that's good. So I'm going to line it up with my hole, and then I'm just going to go in, poke my hole, do the same thing on this side, poke my hole, and my marker is just a water-based marker, so it'll come right off. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do that on the same as the other one. Let's go ahead and put our covers on the rings, and we're just going to start with our top cover, and we're going to want to go to this side because we're going to be adding things, right? So we're going to put that one in. We have that. Our cover is ready. So now we're going to take our papers and we're going to do the exact same thing. And we're going to mark at 2. And then we're going to mark at 6. Making sure that we have the 2 inches and the 2 inches. And then you can come in here and do multiple pages at a time. Just kind of line that up. And then come in here, line that up, and then voila, we can just add our papers. Now I'm going to keep one paper on top, that way I have a guide, and I'm just going to start cutting all the rest of my papers. Now I saw a piece similar to this on Pinterest and I was like, I really have to make this. I have a friend who loves owls, and so I thought this would be kind of a fun gift. But I had this wood piece left over from Christmas. I got it at Hobby Lobby. I'm gonna go ahead and take this other like little wood piece that I cut apart. It was like a garland, and I'm gonna glue it down as the beak. If you haven't figured out what we're making yet, I'm not gonna give it away yet. So we're gonna use 2 round pieces for eyes, and I went back and forth trying to decide if I wanted to use googly eyes on here because the inspiration piece had googly eyes, but I decided to go ahead and just leave this natural because our video is all about natural wood products. But if you wanted to go ahead and put little googly eyes in here, you definitely could. Now I know that my round circles here are 2 different sizes. I thought that added some character, but if you don't like that and you want them to be totally the same, go ahead and do that as well. I didn't mention at the beginning of the video, but all of my wood pieces came from Hobby Lobby, and they do carry these throughout the year. So if you're wanting to make any of these projects, you can pick up those wood pieces at Hobby Lobby. So we're going to go ahead and take 2 more smaller pieces, and we're going to add those down to the bottom of our eye shapes that we already glued on, and then we're going to take 2 of the oval shapes, and these are going to be the wings. If you haven't figured it out yet, this is an owl. I think this turned out so cute. I can't wait to give it to my friend. But this would make a really cute yard decor as well. But you're just going to glue these 2 side pieces on, and then I decided that it also needed some feet. That's optional. This will stand up without the 2 bottom pieces, so if you don't want to add the bottom pieces, the wood round does stand up on its own. But I thought it was super cute with the little feet, so we're going to take 2 more small circles, and we're going to glue those to the very bottom, and then we have this adorable owl that we made out of all natural wood products. Let me know what you guys think about this one and if this is something that you would recreate. I went ahead and took out all the pieces from our tic-tac-toe boards, and I'm going to be using these acrylic markers I have had on hand from Amazon. I've probably had them over a year. I'll link them down in the description box if you want to pick up some. They covered these chippy wood pieces really well. If you don't have any markers, paint will do just fine. Once I have all my pieces painted, I'm going to go ahead and use these number stickers. I'm going to place 1 to 12 on each one of the pieces. I did use 2 games for this just so that I could have 12 pieces. If you only pick up 1 game, you only get 10 pieces. But we're going to be using the rest of the pieces throughout the video. So once I have all my stickers on, I'm going to go ahead and take this printout that I did on my silhouette and put it up at the top. It says Countdown to Christmas. If you don't have a cutting machine, don't worry, you can use stencils or stickers. I'm going to use these magnets I also got from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to glue them down at the bottom of each one of our pieces. Now, just a quick note here to save you some time, make sure that all of your magnets are compatible with the magnet you're going to move around. If they are polar opposites, they won't stick. I am speaking from experience. I had to add a couple of extra magnets to some ones that I didn't check. So just check that yours is going to be compatible. Once you have those ready, you're going to glue them all on to the board, and then that is it for this super adorable project. I love how it turned out. If you love it too, go ahead and give me a thumbs up down below. For this project, we picked a bigger item. Now this is one of the big, longer hanging signs. Also gingerbread men, so we already did these smaller gingerbread men, so this is basically just kind of going over what we did, although there's a few different elements over there. So we're going to cover the gingerbread people with our brown paint again, and then using our puffy paint from Dollar Tree, we're going to fill in some of the details. Now, like I said earlier, the red from Dollar Tree is more of an orange red, and so when we start to do the bow you're gonna see like a different contrast there, so keep that in mind when you're thinking about reds. Using our Dollar Tree puffy paint, I am still using the same container. So we used this puffy paint on our last 2 gingerbread men. Now we're using it on these gingerbread men. So as you can see in the bow, I decided to use some red paint to go into the crevices because this one has raised pieces, but then it has crevices to go in. So that's kind of hard to explain, but I didn't want it all to be brown because that seemed kind of weird if we had other colored elements. So I used red paint to go in the hat aspect and the bows. And then when I filled it in with the Dollar Tree puffy paint, they are not the same reds. So I like the contrast. If you don't like the contrast, keep that in mind. But then I filled in some other areas. So he had a tree. We're going to use some green puffy paint for the tree. And then I went ahead and filled in the white of his little ball of his hat. I also used the top of his hat with the red paint. I tried to keep it consistent. That way it was the same colors. Keep that in mind in case it's a large project. Now again, I did use those small ones for almost the entire project of this one and the two little ones. I did pick up some puffy paint from Hobby Lobby when I thought I had a bigger project coming. Now to go around the rest of this, it's like a cookie, so I decided to use that as icing to go around the outside of our gingerbread people. This is not a hard project, it's just a tedious project. Like, I promise you this is not taking 5 minutes, but it is worth doing. So in the middle here, it's like part of the cookie cutout, like to show where one gingerbread man goes to the next. I went ahead and put that as white just because it looked like part of the cookie icing to me. I added a couple little dots here to our tree just to give it a little bit of embellishment, and then that's it. This is really just painting and taking time, but this one is my favorite project of the day. It's adorable, and I think it would make a beautiful gift. So let me know if you're going to pick this up and give it a try. Thank you for going through 2025 with me, and if you are not subscribed, hit that subscribe button down below. If you want to keep on crafting with me, check out this video next, and don't forget there's a playlist of all the best fives of 2025, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye friends!